Hello, welcome to Me with Margaret. I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been watching my clips over the past few weeks, months, and a year. I want to say thank you because your comments have made a lot of difference in how I share, in what I do, in what I say. So keep on liking, keep on subscribing, and keep on sharing. It's very important to me that somebody needs to listen and to hear what we've got to say, because what we do on this platform is to talk about things that impact on ourselves, our families, loved ones, and even people that we care about. And you know what? Even if we don't really care about them, I think we need to give a helping hand, because we live in such a world that somebody needs help. So welcome once again to Me with Margaret, and today I'm talking about modern day slavery. Modern day slavery is the act of enslavement, and it can be explained as causing someone to lose their freedom of choice or their action. It's the loss of freedom. And this can be associated with, maltreatment of the victim. It's about them not having a way of escape. That is what it's all about. The historical meaning of slavery is the transatlantic legal enslavement of human beings, mostly Africans, by slave traders, and physically and psychologically held and controlled by their masters. That's what it means. These slaves were forced to provide labor on plantations, on cotton fields, and domestic work. This took place during the 16th and the 19th century. Wow, this is history talking here. But now let's look at it in the modern sense. Let's talk about it for today. The term modern slavery, however, is new. And over the past 2 decades, that is about 20 years now, there has been an increased knowledge and awareness that slavery still exists across the world, including here in the United Kingdom. That is food for thought. Modern day slavery actually is holding of a person through means of actual or the threat of or the physical or psychological violence to make them provide a service. Wow. And this service is for benefit of the person doing the slavery. A service may be one of labor, it might be sexual, or it might even be criminal in nature. So when you think about prostitution, when you think about servitude, these are all aspects of modern day slavery. But it's very subtle. But let's talk a bit more. Physical and psychological abuse and violence was common in the transatlantic slavery centuries ago. But it continues to be seen today, and in so many cases, however subtly. In the contemporary times, the latter part is more widespread than the former. So you don't actually see the physical one, but you see the psychological, you see the abuse that happens. And it is global in all the nations of the world, including UK. And this does encompass human trafficking that I spoke about in a previous video. Someone in slavery might appear in different things. So let's look at some of the things you can see. They might appear to be under the control of someone else and reluctant to interact with others because they're scared. They might not even have personal identification on them. And I said this about human trafficking as well. They might have few or they might have little personal belongings. They might wear the same clothes every day or wear unsuitable clothes for work. They might not be able to move around freely. These are signs of modern day slavery. They might even be reluctant to talk to strangers or the authorities. They might appear to be frightened. They will be withdrawn. They might even show signs of physical or psychological abuse. These are signs of modern day slavery. They might also be dropped off. So they drop you off, they pick you up. They don't let you have that freedom to take the bus or take the train or do anything. And this happens, so people don't even know where they live. So when you're dropped off or collected for work, always at the same time, at the same place, especially at unusual times, maybe very early or very late at night, these are the things that are signs. In my role, I have realized that modern day slavery can be happening under your very nose, under the auspices of very well-meaning institutions. And this includes faith groups like churches. So you might not detect it. I've seen it happen time and time again, even in children's centers, in normal places, even when the way children are being dropped at schools. Again, because it's the norm for so many communities and cultures, people may turn a blind eye because it's the normal thing in another culture to, to have people under as servants. So when they come to another place, it becomes normal to them. And so they turn a blind eye, but that does not make it right. So in my book, Living Life in a Foreign Land, I explored this issue again. And this was done through the experiences of two young ladies that were trafficked, from one land to the other. They were trafficked from Africa to the United Kingdom. And as they embarked on this trip, they went through so many difficult situations, including modern day slavery. So I want to encourage you, please get this book. You will understand it better because I've explained it in such a way that is exciting, interesting. And you can get this book when you go to my website, as you see it on the screen. And if you are in the UK and you suspect that someone might be involved in this act of modern day slavery, there are several options. You can call the Modern Day Slavery Helpline, or you can fill out an online form. There's so many things, and I've listed that online. So please read it and contact these organizations. You can also email them. You can contact Crime Stoppers. There's so many. But please, I beg of you, don't turn a blind eye because this is an act that is not acceptable. Thank you for watching me today. See you next time. Like, share, and subscribe.